Are we rolling? I think so. Whoa, God damn it. Hello and welcome to another episode on the Wildlife Moto Xtra channel. Just getting ready for a little ride out on the Royal Enfield Interceptor 650, and a little bit of a different one today because I'm checking out cameras. Well, specifically the GoPro Hero 9, and this, I don't know if you can see this in there, probably can't, tiny little mirrors. This is the max lens mod. Now, what I've been messing around with over the past few days and weeks is slightly different and hopefully more immersive views on the bike. So it's a bit of an experiment, this. I'm chest mounted. Chest! Gosh, my voice broke then. I'm chest mounted, so that's also different. I'm normally a bit of a chin mount kind of guy. But let's go for a ride and see what this is like. I'll talk to you about how I usually do things and why I'm interested to see how this turns out. But let me know what you guys think of the footage. I don't know why that farmer has his sprinklers on, because it's about to pour with rain. So let's get this video done before that happens. So here we are, hopefully with a slightly more immersive view than you usually get with a kind of typical helmet mounted GoPro. We're on the chest, as I said. We're a little bit further back than we would be if we were on the tip of the old helm. And what I wanted to try to do was get a shot with, you know, the gloves and the bars and a little bit more, you know, interaction on the bike. And I think this might just be the ticket. Now, this is footage that I'll cut in now of what it usually looks like, and as you can see up on the helmet, it's a little bit higher up, a little bit further forwards, so you lose a little bit of the bikey stuff. You know, it does give you a good shot of the road, but it loses a lot of the bar action. It's not quite as immersive, but it probably is the most realistic in terms of what I see. Now, the other day I was out on the Tuono filming like this with the chest mounts, but without the max lens mod. And as you can see here, it's a bit of a tighter crop on the image. You get more tank, handlebars, gloves, but not a huge amount of the road ahead. So, a bit of a payoff there. I actually really like how that footage turned out though. I think it looked really nice and immersive, but some might consider it a little claustrophobic, not being able to see quite so far down the road. And now we have this. This is the third option that I've been experimenting with. There was a couple of pros and cons about this max lens mod. Let's start with the cons, shall we? The first con is the price. You have to pay for it. It's basically just a little kind of wide angle lens, but it will cost about, I think it's about £75–80, something like that. So yeah, it's a little bit of an upsell from GoPro. The other downside to it, if we're talking about the cons, is that it only will let you shoot in 2.7K, so it doesn't give you the full-on 4K or even 5K that this camera is technically capable of. What I'm pretty sure it's actually doing is shooting in 5K in its highest possible resolution, and it's taking a center punch out of that image to deliver its party piece. Its party piece, as you can see here on these corners, is what's called horizon leveling. So it will lock the horizon, so you'll see the bike moving about in the bottom of the screen, but the horizon will be perfectly level. So again, my question is that a desirable vista? Is that just a bit weird? Is it a bit of a gimmick? Or is it more immersive and more enjoyable? Let me know. But really, if you're buying this max lens mod, this is why you're doing it. It's for this horizon lock, but with the added benefit of the Superview, which is the widest possible view that you can get on the GoPro. So the question is it worth it? Is it worth losing a little bit of resolution? You're going to turn in here, aren't you? Yeah, well, thanks for letting me know, mate. Is it worth losing a little bit of resolution to gain the magic of horizon lock? And these things, it's always a little bit of a trade-off. We're not quite there yet at the perfect camera. You always have to rob Peter to pay Paul or something like that. It's a little bit of a balancing act, I guess. But you can still shoot at 60 frames a second, which actually does look quite nice. You get quite a nice fluid shot. So I'm currently filming this at 60 frames. Other settings, I always have the bitrate turned up to maximum, so we can shoot at 100 megabits per second, which gives us the most data to play with. And I also just use the standard GoPro color profile. There is a Pro Tune, bloody hell, that's a sharp corner. There's a Pro Tune setting which gives you a flatter profile picture. I've never bothered with it. The other important one is to always set your sharpness to low or medium on these cameras, because they make everything look really quite, I don't know what the word for it is other than sharp, but it's a horrible digital sharp, so it's not particularly pleasant. It just gives everything quite a hard edge, which can, you know, when things look a little bit jaggy, yeah, it's not a particularly pleasing look. So I tend to turn that down to low, which gives you just a nice little bit of a smoother edge to the pixels. Yes. Anyway, that's enough for me bleating on about cameras for one day. Thank you very much for watching, and do let me know what you think in the comments down below. And until the next one, ride safe. I haven't got an outro yet for the Xtra channel, so let's just gently fade to black and bid you good day. Au revoir. Goodbye. No. Is it Auf Wiedersehen? Yeah. Laters, basically.